Hello and welcome from Daytona International Speedway. This is Ray Wilson. This broadcast is going to be brought to you by SCR TV. Right now, 15 drivers are lined up on the start finish line. Athen is going to be joining me in the booth. Say hello.
Hi. Hi.
Very good driver. I've known him for a while now. So he's going to be up with me in the booth for these 120 laps that we have ahead of us. Before we start, though, gonna have our pole sitter up on the booth with us. Do you have us, Beast?
Hello? Hello? Can y'all hear
Yeah.
me?
We can
You're
hear
loud
you.
and clear.
All right, Beast. I mean, started on pole obviously last week, Bubbles Cup. You know, you didn't make it in. Obviously, a very big hit for you. I know you wanted to be in that race, and then you come here this week and you qualify. You put it on pole with an amazing lap. How does it feel, and how are you planning to run your race today as you're gonna start the field?
Well, surviving is gonna be key. Just be smart. Don't make any stupid mistakes. And like I said, just survive. And be honest, this package is crazy. Y'all guys are gonna see a lot of crazy racing and see where we can put this thing towards the end of the race.
That is good. Are you planning to stay up in front the entire race, or do you plan on going to the back, trying to be a little bit conservative?
I don't know. It just depends on what happens.
All right. Well, that is your pole sitter, Beast. It's gonna be starting us at Daytona. Well, good luck, Beast.
Thank you. Have fun in the.
And we're gonna get Kimmy up. I think Athens down there with him. We're gonna get Kimmy up here. Kimmy, do you have us?
Oh, hello.
Hello. So, Kimmy, you're starting in the back for this season opening race. Do you plan on just staying there, conserving fuel, or do you want to try
Um,
and get up through the field?
Honestly, it's a long race, 120 laps here at Daytona. I definitely think I would like to, stay out of the trouble and maybe stay towards the back, maybe a little bit. I might though, like, try to go up to the field just to see how it is up front. Try to, get practice for the finish so I can, try to win the thing. But yeah, it's 120 laps. I'm just gonna see a lot of four wide, three wide action, I think, and it's gonna be a really fun one here from Daytona. And also would like to say about the qualifying, bro. I had a miracle qualifying. Like there was like I was about to be out of the race until Axe. I think he couldn't make it. He hit the wall twice, and then I got it. It felt like Indy 500 bump day, but yeah, it was really crazy.
Well, thank you for those words, Kimmy, and good luck.
Thank you.
Right, as you see, we got two of our starters in this field. One being up on pole, one starting in the back. Two opposite ends of the field. As you saw go across the top of your screen, the race will start. The green flag will throw. Sorry, at 4:35 Eastern Standard Time. As we're gonna run through what happened in qualifying. 20 drivers, I believe, did qualify into this race, and Kimmy, as he said, he did get a miracle, which was Axe hitting the wall twice. And a little bit of a problem down at turn three. Axe ran the outside and was lost too much time. Was not able to qualify in. That put him outside and put Kimmy or held Kimmy in as he was on the cut line before Axe was able to run. Speeds in qualifying were hit. The highest was 207, I believe 207, 208. Obviously, a different package for this race. You won't see that high speeds, but I think these guys will be hitting 200. But I'm pretty sure we're gonna be in for a good race after. As we have 3 minutes left. All the official message across the top of the screen. I mean, Athen, I don't know,
I was
but
muted. Excuse me.
oh,
I was saying we have a lot of familiar faces in this race. We have Discharge, we have Buff, System, Prime, Ford, Slam Door, Napa. All these regulars in this community, especially around this sort of league.
yeah, there's a lot of these guys, and some new faces, especially people we have not seen in the past, or at least the last two attempts of season five. So it's gonna be a good 300. Hoping to see a little bit more choices. Definitely a lot of different mindsets than we've had in the past couple of 300. So obviously with a newcomer Ford, one of the guys who's known in Bubble Studios for his a lot of skill that he brings to these tracks. Beast Discharge is also one that has brought a lot of skill towards super speedways. You see Deuce, that's a newcomer. Buff as well. I think he came over from PRA. System, another one that's been right here with us.
I've raced against him in PRA for a couple races now. He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we're hoping to see a lot of these good guys. A lot of different colors in this field. Very variety of colors, different sponsors. So, gonna be looking for a pretty good race today. Hoping for minimal crashes and just a lot of green flag running.
Well, that's what you hope for any super speedway race. Not a lot of crashes. Good green flag runs. Excuse me. Interesting strategies. We're just gonna have to wait and see until this green flag drops.
Yeah, 1 minute left, or I believe less than a minute now. As we probably won't go green, depending on what time Prime gets back, as the officials are waiting for Prime's return.
Apparently Kimmy might have to restart his Xbox.
Oh yeah, so a little bit of
Technical
technical difficulties as the race is about to start. But you want to make sure you're 100% good. You want to make sure everything's 100% ready before you start one of these races, and especially because this one's going to be a long one. We might be here till 6, maybe even 6:30, depending on how this race goes.
Oh
But
yes.
with no fuel or tire wear, this is gonna be just a straight green race. So if they run green, this race could be less than 2 hours, maybe even an hour and a half. So it's all about how these guys race and what are the circumstances of this race. As Prime is not back, it is the 4:35 mark. The officials are not gonna be able to throw the green.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask. You mentioned no tire wear and no fuel.
Yeah, change for season 5 is there's gonna be no fuel or tire wear for the entire season. So these guys are gonna be running with a complete.
So they're just gonna be.
Yep, it's gonna be completely about consistency all race, and there's gonna be no differences in speeds the entire way through these races.
Well, that threw a wrench in my interview with Kimmy.
Yeah, I mean,
Excuse me, I'm not familiar with this league very well.
yeah, well, this has this sort of strategies. We're about to go green. See, the timer's down, and we are. Oh, forgot. That's my bad. But we are green flag.
Oh, here we go.
We are green. See, as they got off really well, a little bit spaced out as of right now. You
Oh, my
see,
goodness.
Chase Elliott, Jack, he got on the wall. That inside lane formed up really well. That outside's dispersed. Oh, and we've got one under the
That was
apron.
really packed together. There goes Buff already, not wanting any part of this. He just wants to go to the back and just chill out for this first part of the race.
See, down into turn 3, Discharge leading the bottom lane. Just trying to stay out there, trying to lead that more dominant lane. You see, they're really tight on each other. And we've seen those cases where they train for too long and the bumper lock happens, but right now they're doing good at keeping it clean.
And you see our pole setter Beast already up 3 wide with him, Deuce, and Deuce might just slot right in with Slam Door. And now, a man that was just starting first in this 120 lap race is already in the mid pack.
Yeah.
Second in that outside line.
Yeah, just saw as we went out into turn 1, Discharge that actually gave up his lead and went to the back, said, all right, I've led the first lap, now I'm going to go to the back and I'm going to calm down. I'm going to let these guys do their thing. And you see the inside is so many cars down there. But that's really where you want to, that's really not where you want to run. If you're a single file, one bumper lock, you go straight up the track, you can take everybody out with you.
You saw EJ back out a bit, almost swipe up into Slam Door. As now you see System leading this field and the Daytona 300.
As they come down into turn 1, I'm assuming these guys have been hitting some crazy speeds as they're all over each other's bumpers. They are not giving any space. See, Napa got moved up to the middle. He's going to be in the sucker hole. Now he's got to decide on when he wants to back out. And he has to do it strategically so he does not take the field with him as they come off turn 2.
I'm watching these speeds right now, and these drivers are hitting about that low to mid 180s right now. As System is still holding strong on that outside. That inside line has really dissipated. Just Prime, Deuce, and Chase Elliott left.
Yeah, well, we were on the back straightaway. Chrissy actually gave us a bit of a jump scare. Crossed from the top lane and went through the field and got to the bottom. You see Prime dropping out. A lot of these guys going to the lead, going to the back. I mean, as these guys start to stack up more, they're going to get really crazy. You see we're 3 wide now. You see Deuce is under the line and he's forced to back out.
You saw at the line, Slam Door led that lap, still trying to just hold strong on that inside line with Chase Elliott right behind him. As now Kimi, the guy that started in the back just a couple laps ago, is already up to the front. Big run on that outside line.
You see that outside lane? That's what you're going to see later on in the race. The big runs that outside lane's able to get as they come off the corners. The speed carries down the back straightaway, and it is just such a large amount of speed that the inside and the middle lane just can't keep up with it. But as you see, they catch up back in the corners. But Kimi's going to have to hope he can get back clear here as they come up to lap 5 of this race.
Kimi's going to lead this lap. System pushing him now. Beast, Pulsator sitting right behind that 31. As now it's Chase Elliott on that inside, and you see, I believe that is Discharge in the middle there. Not a lot of places to go for that 24. And yeah, Prime has just dropped to the back.
Remember, this was when they've got contact. Buff Hairman went up the track. Napa made contact. That poor push Jack down below the apron.
Buff diving below that line. He wants none of this.
Yeah, and Buff backed out. He went to back. He wants to stay clean. Remember, these guys have only one reset. If they crash, if suspension crash, they will have to reset the car, and that will count towards their damage. You see Ford drops to the bottom, and you see a lot of these guys. I think they go to the front and they drive back, and we've got a wreck. System's gonna be around in front of the pack.
There he goes,
and he's
Can't
still
really
wrecking.
save it. He's just gonna get the car turned around. No point in trying to go backwards and potentially murdering this field.
Yeah, that hurt some of those guys that he collected. Now they're gonna have to try and catch back up to the field, but they've got to hope they're still in that draft, which I believe they are.
Oh, he's still spinning. He gets it going now.
Now there's no merging allowed, so he's gonna have to wait for a caution. But obviously, with the way these guys are racing, there is a possibility a caution still comes out. So all he's got to do right now is just hang on.
You see EJ backing out there, just letting Ford and Chase Elliott get in front of him. And it's getting dicey up at the front. Kimi's still out here in the race lead. Now with Beast and Sonic pushing him.
Yes.
And there's Napa and Slam Door.
Oh,
Around
and
at the top 5. Caution is out.
caution is out for what? What happened? System's got rear end damage. And they're gonna.
Yes, he does. There goes that rear bumper.
And he's gonna respawn.
This is the race back. It does look like Kimi's going to hold on to get it, but we might see some last-minute moves here. We see these in these super speedway races where they wait till the last minute to make a move. There's Beast.
He's trying to drop out.
There to block it. Here comes Discharge.
And here they come down to the line. Kimi's going to bring them back to the flag. Discharge was able to grab second from Beast. Not sure if Ford was able to get Beast to get third. So it will be the top 5, which will be Kimi, Discharge, Beast, Ford, then Slam Door. Lap 8 caution.
That already puts you behind the 8 ball. You can't exactly afford to have many mistakes here at Daytona. So System's going to have to be extra careful for the remaining 113 laps.
Yeah, so caution lap 8. A lot of these guys are gonna have to turn around and get back to the line. And now these guys are starting to see, well, really that wasn't a pack incident. That was kind of a single car incident. Not sure how that happened.
Well, we see in the chat, Systems just said love freezing.
So it might have been a lag problem.
He might have froze and then just straight lined it into the wall. Might have gotten around and spun his back into the wall.
Yeah, so System now is gonna line up in the back, see Discharge.
You see Chris in that 55 Monster Energy car just trying to get in place between Buff and Prime.
And I really want to comment on it. I see these guys coming from the top lane, splitting through the pack, going through the middle lane, and then the inside lane to get below the apron to back out, which is really scary in some situations.
Oh yeah, especially on corner exits, because that's when these cars are at their most tight.
Yes.
Because these transitions are rather rough.
Especially a lot can happen off corner exit. So doing it off corner exit, but I really see the guys do it down the back straightaway, a little bit later down the back straightaway, maybe the middle and a little past the middle of the back straightaway. But let's just hope that these guys see if we make it a little bit longer in the second stint.
All the drivers are starting to line up now. All that matters is just get those bumpers together.
Yeah,
See
so
EJ, Prime, Chris. Just waiting on these rear three to line up.
System is the only one with the system is the only one that has used the reset so far. Everybody else still has one reset.
Everyone else can afford to be a little more reckless, but I don't think they would do so this early in the race, unless it was something out of their control, like a lag spike.
As you see, we did our caution laps. 5 laps were added. We are now on lap 13 restart. So
That's interesting.
waiting for the command for green. Officials have thrown the ready. Red flag has been thrown. Clock is going, waiting on the green flag. And we are restarting again. It was a good jump off for Kimmy. Discharge as well. Beast kind of slept it on the top too.
What a slingshot to start this. They're already hitting 190.
See as they come through
Kimmy's
turn.
just trying to. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, see as they come off turn 2. Sorry. They come off turn 2. You see Beast drops to the bottom trying to pick up Slam Door. That's a Chevy teammate behind him. But look at that outside. 1, 2, 3 Toyotas, and then you see Jack went to the bottom to help the Chevy. Now Beast trying to come up in side draft, I think, as they go through turns 3 and 4, coming off turn 4 to reach lap 14.
Beast not able to exactly slot in yet. There now he can right in front of Chase Elliott as Discharge is already going for a move on the bottom. Never mind, it was a fake. Just slots in right behind that 94 Toyota, just to keep pushing him through these opening stage laps.
Yeah, do you see the Toyotas? Top 3 is all Toyotas, and you got Beast, Chevy, and then you got 2 more Toyotas behind, 4 more Toyotas behind him. So if Beast steps out of line here, it might just be a little bit of a problem for him, as we got a lot of Toyotas in this field.
That is a ton of Toyotas.
A lot of Toyotas.
Holy!
They come up for the turn 3. You see Christie goes to the bottom. That's the 55. Fallon follows with him. He says, I don't want to stay in this line. I want to try and get to the front. So he's going to try and make the move now. Not many people went with him.
I believe Prime is the only Ford in this field.
Yeah, Prime, his teammate Ryder did not show up to qualifying today, so he's going to be fighting on his own today. Not going to have a teammate with him. You see Beast trying to split up these Toyotas. And you see, the steps out, he goes to the bottom.
Yeah, that 66 is going to have to find his friends wherever you can.
You might just have to work with those Chevys.
Anybody. No exact manufacturer loyalty when you're the only one.
Yeah,
And
so
Beast just backs off to the back.
system goes to the bottom. Oh, Prime's under the line. Oh, he's in the grass. He's sliding.
What's he doing?
Not sure what that was. It might have been a lag issue
That
down
looked
into
like
turn
a-
3. They will have a
That
look at it.
did look like quite the lag spike.
Yeah, they will look at it. Officials will look at it, and they will determine if he will be penalized or not. Kimmy's still leading. Dude's trying to step out.
You see System on the bottom there. Kind of left out of this top lane train as he's going to slot up right in front of Prime.
Yeah, now when you...
Trying to... Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Well, now when you look at it, you see everybody's in that top lane. Stepping out would be a problem. As you see, Slam Door just stepped out, and now he's going to go backwards until he finds a slot.
Which might be a little while. Actually, not really. There is a slot right behind Fallen. He's just going to take it. Deuce and Discharge jump out of line, trying to get clear, or they might just be going to the back. They might not like how it is at the top, at the front of this big pack.
Yeah, with a lot of these pushes, one wrong push can send the entire field into a spin. So Discharge probably took the initiative and probably trying to go to the back. You see Kimmy squarely on the bumper of Ford.
And as how you mentioned, there's no fuel and no tire wear, so technically there's no stopping these drivers from just racing. There's no fuel saving to be had here, so they could just freely just battle as they please.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the things fans are waiting for. That outside to get a little bit broken up, and you see guys trying to choose the inside now. You see Slam went to the inside, then he tried to go back to the top. There was no slot up there, and he makes contact with some of those top lane guys. Now he's got to find somewhere to go.
And here comes more and more Toyotas on that bottom line. 4 straight.
Comes through turn 1 and 2. EJ leading the bottom. Kimmy up on top. Look at that run that outside's going to get. It's going to push Kimmy out to the lead. And it's going to get him clear of EJ.
Well, EJ's still there, getting pushed by, I'm guessing, his teammate of Fallen. And here comes Chase Elliott to the bottom. Fallen now to the middle line, right in front of Beast, as EJ is looking to get this race lead.
EJ pokes his nose out. He's going to get the lap led, I think. He's going to lead this lap. No, Kimmy on the outside, I think.
Kimmy, that outside line is really strong when it has everyone working together. You saw EJ swipe across Chase Elliott's nose a little bit as they're just trying to get back in line together. EJ surging out to the lead with those Toyotas.
Now you can really see the difference as they come off turn 2. Look at how badly that inside pulled away, and they're still holding their momentum down the back straightaway. The inside in the corners is just so dominant. You need a lot of people up on that top to be able to combat them, and right now they just don't have those numbers compared to the bottom.
I would say they have about 7 cars compared to the bottom's 8. But you can have the amount of cars, you can have like equal amount of cars, but it doesn't do you much good if they're not anywhere near each other.
Yeah, and you see Jack got messed up out of line, so as well as Fallen, so they're going to be 3 wide, 2 people in the middle, and they're making contact, big contact. Saw Napa go below the apron.
4 wide. They have 4 wide.
Slam door hit the wall.
Kimmy, Chase Elliott, and Chris discharge out to the lead.
See, they come down into turn 3. EJ on the bottom, discharge leading the top. They're trying to sort it out. Ford, Jack, Napa, and Slam door all hitting each other. It's just too tight right now.
You see Slam door getting a push now from System as Kimmy and Jason go up to take it. EJ and Chris have decided to back off.
Yeah, EJ and Chris.
20 laps into this race.
EJ and Chris saw the problem there, and they said they're going to step out and they're going to see how these guys settle it. And they did settle it, but Ford, the last one to figure out where he wants to go, he cannot find a slide in. He's going to have to figure it out now, and he does. He's going to go to the top.
You see some Chevys starting to work down there together. Slam door and Napa linked up, now getting pushed by Deuce and Chris. We're going to see if, well, there's not enough energy between those cars to really make some noise this top line of Toyotas.
And yeah, just all Toyotas up on the top lane right now. They're just trying to keep each other clean right now. And Simpson's gonna get turned again.
System!
He saves it.
He's good.
Now that would have been bad. Remember, he doesn't have any more resets. So if he wrecks any damage,
Last car.
any damage puts him out.
Well, now we see System taking a push from Slam Door to just surge out to the lead. Will he go up to block the top? Oh, there goes Discharge.
Discharge spun. Now Chrissy spinning to the
around.
inside. No damage for Chrissy. He's able to get it back rolling. There will be no caution.
Keep the green, driver.
These guys still
And
fighting
Slam
hard.
Door. Slam Door has jumped out to the top line and trying to generate something from the remainder of the Toyotas as Discharge is going to drop back.
Yeah, speaking on Discharge dropping back, you either want to be out in the lead, in first clear, or you don't, or you just want to be in the back. You don't want to be in the middle of this. The middle is the prime place where wrecks like to happen. If you're in the middle, you're gonna get caught in something, or you either are gonna be the cause of it. So, Discharge took the initiative again and went to the back.
Yeah, that mid pack is just full of drivers that are either trying to work their way up to the front or back off and want no part of it, and it's just a mess.
Yeah, remember,
You know, like
sis.
that.
Go
trying to
ahead.
make an analogy, but I kind of stuttered, so it's all over. Oh, you saw 191 from Chase Elliott after a huge push from System and Deuce. Napa now out front.
Oh, and Deuce is gonna go around. Spinning, Cubs up, hits Beast. There's no damage yet. They're gonna wait to see if he can get it spun around.
Kind of backing it into the wall. We're going to check back into the pack here. System is going to back off. Same with EJ.
Yeah, and I just want to talk
Now
about.
Chase Elliott out front.
Oh, and caution's gonna be out. I'm assuming he got. Damn. Oh. Not sure what the caution's for. Oh, Beast has
That is
incredible damage. Front end. He's got suspension damage too. They come across the line. Photo finish. Jack. Then Nappa. And Beast has damage. He's going to respawn.
That is unfortunate for the pole sitter.
Yeah, our post sitter. So he is now on his last reset. I mean, sorry, he is now on his. He has no more resets. Sorry, he has no more resets now. That is our post sitter. You saw as they came across the line for the race back, it was Nappa, then Jack. Sorry, Jack, then Nappa.
Okay.
Between those two.
Just gonna wait for these drivers to get their starting spots in order, as Beast has apparently just rejoined, hopefully fixing the lag issues.
And I just want to talk about System for a second. I mean, he was out there in the lead and he got turned again. But before he was out in the lead, that was when he got turned, and then he went back to the lead, and he just doesn't care. He knows he's on. He knows he has no more resets, but he still wants to be up there and have some fun. But he's risking himself possible DNF if he gets damaged again.
Oh yeah. I admire the courage.
There is a time to be conservative and there's a time to push, but right now he's on the push strategy.
We are just a quarter of the way through this race here. Still 90 more laps to go in this season opener.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
still have a lot more racing, a lot more mistakes. I believe a lot more just coming together.
yeah, a lot more randomness. This guys, it's hard to predict what's gonna happen lap after lap. So especially when you saw with Beast, I don't believe nobody expected Beast to pick up damage.
Yep, that's just how super speedways are. They are the most unpredictable form of racing stock car racing has to offer.
And you see the red flag. This came out. Driver means officials are ready to begin starting procedures. See the countdown. Now waiting on the green flag. Green flag is back out. We're restarted. Nappa and Jack were able to get way out. Not way out, but they got the jump on Ford. See Kimmy immediately going to the bottom.
See Discharge immediately going to help him out as Nappa goes to the bottom as well, and Jason.
Yeah, they
kind of just hanging back, not really giving these two the push. As Jack was it in that 36 car?
Yeah.
As Jack is just taking control of that outside line, and now Ford surges ahead in front of Nappa.
Yeah, I think Ford saw that inside get together, but he was like, I'm going to stay up here and wait till the exit. And as Jack's getting turned, he's going to bring Sonic with him. They save it.
No caution. No caution, no damage. We stay green.
Yeah, and Ford's...
I believe that's a sign of things to come.
Yeah, that's... When you come up into those last 30 laps, you're going to definitely see these guys switch gears, go for more of the idea to win. But right now, it's just all about staying alive.
We're soon to approach the middle stage of the race where the racing should calm down a little bit because, as we've all known, super speedway racing, it's not about speed. It's about survival.
Yeah, especially in these early parts. But those drivers tend to switch off that thinking cap and, push and just hope to get to the win with those last 10 laps left in the race. See, Ford leads this lap.
See, everyone's singled out now. Ford out ahead of Nappa. Oh, you see Kimmy jump to the outside. As Deuce is quickly going to fill in that gap. As Sonic might take that spot away from Jack. No. He backs off to let that 36 back in.
Oh, and you see Jack slams the outside wall for turn 2. I think he may have lost some sort of input, but he went straight for the wall. You see Sonic and EJ backed out.
Yeah, Sonic backing out some more than what EJ did. Again, it is all about survival here.
See, as they come off turn 4, coming down to lap 33. Nappa's really just pushing forward. He's just trying to keep him out in the lead. As long as Napa sits in second right now, he seems to be happy. Deuce up on the top, leading the top lane. They're trying to get that top lane back together, but right now there's just way too many cars on the inside for them to be able to combat it as Napa got pushed out.
We saw in Bubbles Studios, those top two of Ford and Napa, just regular, very much regulars and contenders for multiple wins. We saw Ford win the Bubble 325, I believe, under caution, just about a week or two ago. And we've seen Napa win his fair share of cup races. He's won at Darlington and here at Daytona.
Yeah, those two definitely drivers to look out for this season. Ford being one of them. We've seen Ford. I've seen Ford many different times, and he's just it's just the speed that he's able to bring to certain tracks is just unbelievable and sometimes unmatched. And don't count out Napa because Napa also a winner in Bubbles Cup season 3 and season 2. He won a decent amount of races in season 2, so he's definitely going to be one to look for at the end of this season for the championship, as this championship is Winston style, so there's going to be no playoffs, straight, just going to be straight regular points at the end. Yeah, most points wins.
And you see Chrissy in the back of that bottom line. Kimmy's going to go and join them, as you're seeing some energy being built up on that outside. EJ and company are starting to fly past them as more drivers go to the bottom, and Buff is going to back out to the back.
Now you saw Buff Harriman, yeah, he went to the back. This is something to note. When this inside gets single file and everybody's pushing cleanly, they're able to get out there and they're really clean with it. Right now we haven't seen spins yet from that inside. When they seem to be on the top lane though, however, and single file, they just can't seem to get it straight and keep it straight. As we've got a little bit of communication from Fallen.
Well, usually when pushes go bad on the bottom lane, they just kind of get forced up, and since no one's really out there, they could just kind of go to the back safely. But on the top, like, that wall is like right next to you, and so if you go just a little too low and someone tries to clear you, it's almost wraps.
Yeah, a little bit more giving. Inside's way more giving than the outside. You saw Ford actually miss the entry down to turn 1, or I think he got pushed up. But however, he's forced to the outside, and he's gonna have to slide in somewhere because that inside, they're way too close to each other for him to be able to clear them.
You see Jack now out front. Prime gets shuffled out by Fallen. Kimmy pushing that 36. We've seen him up front a lot early on in this race. We are 35 laps in, coming up to 36 now, and Kimmy has been a top 5 car for pretty much all of this race.
Yeah, you saw a slam door in the grass back there coming off of the tri-oval. See Kimmy pushing Jack, leading the inside lane. You see Prime stuck in the middle. He's got nowhere to go right now. He's gonna try and back out down this back straightaway. You see EJ planning to go to the inside, and he does. And
looks like Prime's going to slot in behind the 72 of Napa as Chris and Fallen have a little contact. Deuce now on the apron, just trying to get back up there. See 3 wide between Slam Door, Fallen, and Ford. We're going to see if they can sort each other out here, as Fallen's just going to back off, maybe to the bottom there behind the 27 of Sonic, and he will.
Jack still leading. A lot of shuffling in the back. You see now Slam Door backing out. This is on the entry of a corner. He's going to have to figure this out. He does. Luckily, nobody was there. Came up the track a little bit too aggressive. See Deuce leading the top lane. That top lane's got a little bit more form than it was last time. They still, I don't think they have the cars yet.
Well, you see System was up front again and decided to just back off. And now we see Deuce leading that outside line. Now a ton of energy being formulated throughout these cars. Now he's going to give the push to Jack, and he's going to surge out front here to lead some more laps.
Look at that top lane. They've got in together, and there's a lot more people up there now. Let's see how they challenge against the bottom. You see Deuce now is able to poke his nose out in the lead as they enter turn 1. Oh, and there's contact. Napa hit the wall.
Out. Looks like Napa might have hit something on the wall. And as soon as Prime gets shuffled out, that is almost catastrophic timing.
Yeah, you saw Napa hit the wall, came down into Beast. Luckily, did not get any spin physics, was able to keep the car straight. They're going to try and reform that outside and try and get these guys back off exit. Huge push for Ford. Look at that speed as he comes off turn 4.
You saw Napa get into the 28 of Fallen, just had a little bit too much momentum and couldn't really control it. And now Kimmy's going to be pushed out to the lead here, out in front of Ford. And there's all these Toyotas ready to push that 94 car.
You go down to turn 1, you see in the inside a lot of Toyotas. The outside, there's still Toyotas. The inside, I mean the middle, 2 Chevys. Those are both, I don't believe those guys are teammates, but you see Napa and Beast, they've worked with each other a good amount of time. So I believe they will be working with each other this race, especially if you want to be able to combat against them Toyotas, you definitely are going to have to get together with some of these guys.
Still see Jack holding strong behind, in front of the 27 of Sonic, and now he might get shuffled out. Yes, he will. He's going to go to the top now. Sonic is going to start leading some laps, hopefully.
Sonic to the inside, going to be leading the bottom lane and leading the race, but that outside has gotten formed. They've got a lot more cars in the bottom. They might be able to get these guys off too. You see a big push going to Elliott, and he's still getting pushed as they come off turn 2. And they're going to poke out in front of the inside lane. Too much speed for the inside lane to be able to compete. And he's going to go to the inside to block them.
Yeah, Jack wants that inside line back. He's felt most comfortable here the entire race. And now look at all these cars generating so much speed on the outside. Kimmy now looking to just plow forward, trying to lead some more laps. I'm tripping over my words. Excuse me.
Kimmy, lap 42. He's going to lead lap 41. Ford pushing him. That's his teammate. Another Toyota behind him. You see Jack push to the inside. Now he's going to get to the inside of Kimmy. Kimmy's not going to be able to clear them. Now that outside, more cars. I think they're actually pretty even now. Oh, you see EJ, little squirrely, got pushed to the middle as they come off turn 2.
As EJ got squirrel, you saw Slam Door almost lose it as Prime was giving him a bit of a push. And now EJ's going to slot in on that bottom line. There's 7 cars all next to each other. Fallen gets shuffled out. He's going to go to the top, trying to help out Kimmy, a fellow Toyota.
See Kimmy up on the top. Fallen, trying to get the push. Jack's got a bit of a gap right now to that outside lane. So if he chooses to block, he has a bit of time to think about it. But Sonic, Beast, those guys all pushing him way out in the lead, and I don't think the top's going to be able to combat with it now. See Sonic steps out.
There's just 5 cars near each other on that top line, and now it's going to be 6. Now 7 cars, as Beast has worked his way back up to the front and starting to lead again.
Yeah, when you see with many plate races in the past, it's just so hard. It's very... Oh, and there's a bad push. Fallen gets pushed out to the bottom. Contact with Jack. They were able to sort it out. Now Fallen's in the middle, and he's going to be in the sucker hole. He's going to have to find somewhere to go.
And there goes Discharge and Jack going to back off a little bit. And now Beast starting to lead some laps as Sonic is hung out to dry from this now bottom line of Toyotas and, well, mostly Toyotas. And there goes Kimmy.
And look who's returned. Beast, our pole sitter, after wrecking and taking his reset, he's going to go back to the lead, and he's going to be trying to block both lanes, control these lanes. See, Ford went to the top with his teammate, Kimmy. Yeah, they've got a line of Toyotas behind them, so they've got a lot of shoes.
Yeah, we're going to see Slam Door trying to make some noise here, but Beast is going to try and go down and block, and that might have just cost him this lead here. Yeah, as that attempted block at Slam Door really just took his lead away, as Ford just powers right around him with all that momentum that the 3 car missed out on.
Yeah, I mean, Beast had to choose. He had to choose the Toyotas or the line that was coming at him, and he did. And the line, right as he went down, lost the momentum, so he had nothing else. He couldn't choose anything else but to just stay in the middle and go to the bottom afterwards. You see Ford trying to control these lanes.
Now EJ and Fallen, teammates here, have worked their way up to the front so quickly. That is impressive.
Yeah. See, Kimmy did not go to the bottom with Ford, and he's going to fall back. And it's crazy how fast you can go from first to last in these races, and that's just something these guys are going to have to look out for when it comes down to 10, maybe even 5 laps to go. See, Ford's going to be leading the bottom and the race.
And now Beast is leading that top line with Slam Door, a Chevy teammate, I believe, or just a Chevy right next to him, giving him a push. There's still Kimmy, Jace, Discharge, System, and Deuce out there as Ford is going to take this huge run that outside line has generated.
Look at that run Ford got. He's gonna try and take it to the lead. Not yet. He can't get to the he can't get the clear from the spotter yet. He has to stay up on top. He's trying to give him everything. You see there's still two people stuck in the inside. That's gonna be Kimmy and Jason, teammates. Buff Hairman goes to the bottom, and that's gonna put more cars from the bottom to the top. And I'm assuming Ford's just gonna have to give it up here. See Prime steps out.
I don't think he's gonna give it up. He has enough cars to help him get around this inside line. But now it's just a matter of timing. Well, now it's 4 as Slam Door gets shuffled out and EJ fallen, and it looks like Sonic are able to clear that 54 Bass Pro Shops Toyota.
Now this is what EJ wants. He wants that outside lane to be farther back. This gives him time to choose if he wants to block or not. You see Jax push below the apron. Sonic is forced up. Sonic goes to the top lane. Fallen goes with him. See Deuce, Beast, Buff Hairman, those guys in the middle. Buff Hairman's going to go to the top. And Prime sticks to the bottom. As EJ jumps to the top, now he's going to go to the lead.
I was concerned for a second in that tri-oval. I thought Discharge was about to force it 4 wide, but thankfully he didn't. We still got 73 laps to go. Oh, there goes Slam Door! Trying to hold on to it on the bottom. He will.
Good job. They were able to keep it straight. See Fallen go to the bottom. He's going to, I believe, cycle. Yep, he's going to go to the back. See EJ blocking, trying to keep Buff Hairman behind him. That's a Toyota teammate. So these guys are making moves on each other. So there's not much trust between the manufacturers in this race, as you can see. See Sonic giving a push to Buff Hairman. Does he go for the move? No, he sticks behind EJ. And EJ's going to come up to lead lap 48.
I believe all 3 of those drivers, the 25, 26, 27, they do look like teammates because they all use that 2311 font. But I could be wrong here as Buff is shuffled out. It's going to go to the top line here with Ford, System, Discharge, and Deuce. As EJ has a choice.
You see him, he's thinking. He has force to the top now. And he does it. He has to stay middle. That's what happens when you take too long to choose. And he's going to be forced to fall. He's going to be forced to fall back because they're going to be 4 wide. See 4 making him run the outside. Deuce sliding in the back.
Deuce able to get a handle on that car. We saw 4 wide there as Buff tried to, Ford tried to go around the 25 of Buff. And I believe that 25 was recognized that was a really bad spot. We almost saw 4 wide again.
Yeah, one thing I want to comment on is being the leader at Daytona, Talladega, any of these super speedways. You need to know how to control these lanes, and your choices have to matter. You have to know when to make the right choices. Wrong choice could put you in the back. You saw EJ was making the right choices, but that one time he waited too long. Now he's going to be chilling in the middle of the field. Not really chilling. He's going to be in panic mode because this is not where you want to be. Middle of 3 wide.
We're going to see if he has a handle on that car. If he could just keep it there and not run into anybody. As now you see Jack using that top line to start leading again. As Kimmy is still right there with him on that middle line.
Oh, contact. See, contact between Kimmy and Jack. Jack, I think, came off the wall and then pushed Kimmy down. So Kimmy's going to be leading the bottom. Jack trying to control this top lane. You see this run he's going to get off turn 2. I think he might actually be able to stay clear of Kimmy here.
I don't know if that was a bad push or a track bump, but Jack is managing to hold on just fine as now Kimmy leads that bottom line.
EJ goes around in the back. Buff Hairman flips over. We've got a flip. No caution yet. The caution has came out, and Buff Hairman will be DNF because he cannot flip back over on his wheels. Kimmy's going to bring them down for the race back. They're 4 wide behind him. It's going to be Kimmy, Sonic, Slam Door, Ford, and then I believe Jack. That's the top 5.
Crazy thing is that 25 of Buff doesn't even have a scratch on that car. It's just upside down.
Yeah, I think the contact between him and EJ, when EJ spun around, he came back down the track. Buff Hairman, he hit him at his right front. That contact flipped him over.
That is unfortunate. We've seen him battle his way up front multiple times. And now everyone's just going to get their spots back from the race back.
And that's a newcomer this season. A guy that was hoping to start a season off well is going to be DNF, so he's going to have to look at Darlington next week. You see Napa, the 72. I think he went back to check on him. And we'll see what happens here.
I think he's trying to flip him over.
Oh, I mean, that is something that was allowed in previous seasons. If they can flip him over in a certain amount of time, they will give him a chance to restart, and I'm not sure if it's going to work.
I don't think Napa has enough of a run.
I mean, he might need
He's
to
just
try
kind of
the...
pushing him on his roof.
Maybe he's going to try and use the banking as an advantage. I don't know. Still upside down. Oh, and he got
there
him!
He is!
He got him!
Back
Napa
on his wheels.
And Buff Hammerman's going to be thanking Napa at the end of the day if he finishes this race. For Napa being the reason why he did finish, because... What? Oh, and I think he jumped.
Oh.
Not sure if he was able to restart. I don't know if Napa... I don't know if what Napa did was allowed.
He was trying to see if he could use a respawn. But that is strange.
Very strange. Still waiting on what the officials have to say. The ticker has been reset. The red flag is thrown. That means we're getting ready to start the restart procedures.
That means Buff is DNF'd.
Yeah. So Kimmy's gonna lead us.
The car back in.
We're gonna wait, and he's gonna be off the track. So Kimmy, Sonic, Slamdor, Ford, and Jack is gonna be our top 5 restarting. The red flag is thrown. Buff is not allowed to restart the race, and that will be a DNF. Beast 10-second stop and go on pit road. That's gonna hurt him this next stint. He's gonna definitely need a caution. But hey,
the nature of these drivers, he'll probably have one in the next 20 or 30 laps.
Yeah, that last stint was 30 laps, so they did good that last stint, especially with how many spins we had and how many saves. They did good at keeping it green.
Yeah, these drivers are getting better and better at recognizing when to back out of these really tight situations, and it's really saving their race because no one outside of System and Beast have had damage.
Actually, I think we do have some sort of time, so we're going to read you the order as of right now. Kimmy starting, leading us for the restart. It's going to be Sonic behind him, then Slamdor, followed by Ford, then Jack. It rounds out our top 5, then Fallen being in 6th, System 7th, still alive. Jason 8th, one of the guys who's been all over the place. I think he's been almost in every single position as the timers went. Rating on the green flag. Green flag is thrown. Kimmy was ready on the flag, and he got way out compared to Sonic.
And now we're just going to see how these drivers get themselves situated. We see a lot of people go to the bottom already. Slamdor and System hung out to dry. And we're just going to see just how these lines shake out. Going back to green.
You see EJ below the apron, Chrissy below the apron. B's trying to figure out when he's gonna come down. I don't know if he has a certain amount of laps he has to come down in, but if he wants to come down this time, he does. He can. He has the space to come down. See Kimmy leading the bottom lane, single file train on the bottom. There's a gap between Slamdor
he's gonna
and
come down now.
Jason. You see Beast coming down to serve that stop and go penalty. He's now in his box. Ford pushing his teammate. Oh, and Jack is turned in front of the
there
field.
goes Jack. EJ. Oh, not EJ. Someone has damage.
System with damage. I mean, sorry.
No,
Deuce
Deuce
with
has
damage.
damage.
Deuce
That's
with
wheel damage.
front end damage and wheel damage. He's going to try and limp it around to get the race back. Beast, perfect timing to come down and serve that. Now he's going to be able to restart with the pack. He has no more penalties to serve. That was perfect timing for the caution.
That's the 3 cars' lucky day.
As the top three, all teammates are probably just going to stick in the same position. You see Ford trying to step out. He does. Trying to get him at the line. Does he? No, he doesn't. It's going to be Kimmy, Ford, Jason, Slamdor, and then Sonic as your top 5 for that race back. You see Beast coming around through turn 3 and 4 now. And Beast will be the 14th car to cross the line. So far, 1 DNF today. That is Buff Hairman, and that was for flipping.
Oh yeah.
And
Flipping, well, miraculously with no damage.
yeah,
But a flip is a flip.
yeah, landed on his roof. That was the only reason why he was DNF'd. So far, everybody has a reset except for Deuce now, and Beast and System. So
I thought Beast didn't have his reset. He also had front end damage, or was that?
oh, maybe did it get
taken
taken
away?
Did it get taken
because
away?
of the lag spike.
Oh, it did. So that
I'm
means
not sure.
I mean, I think if it was lag, I think he might have got his reset taken away. I'm not sure, but as of right now, we don't know what happened. So we're gonna just count it as only 3 people right now have no resets. It will be Beast, Beast System, and then now Deuce. So that's what we're gonna say it is right
Okay.
now.
Yeah, Beast does not have his reset, and we forget early on in this race, System had rear end damage, and he's managed to keep it very clean. Was involved with that little scuffle with Deuce, but he got out unscathed.
Yeah, that had to be a little bit disappointing for System because they did wreck, off of a bit of freezing, but there was no clip to provide it, so I'm assuming he still got that reset taken away.
Oh,
System and
Beast still has
Deuce,
his reset.
so Beast still has his reset. That is good to know.
Excuse me for the confusion. Oh, the
BC's
protest was good. Fair enough.
Protest was good, so that means for lag issues you are able to protest, and if your clip provides enough evidence, you are allowed to keep your reset, which Beast was able to do. So that's gonna be good for them. They still can fight up there as much as they want with that reset. They still have. You see Napa waiting on Napa to line up. Obviously, you cannot line up 40 car lengths behind.
To try and Kyle
Try and Kyle Busch
Busch
it.
that restart. We see that more and more often in these leagues. People trying to just Kyle Busch a restart.
Trying to wait on it and just see if they can make any positions up. But you see, timer's on, waiting on the green flag. Long one that time. Long wait. Kimmy was able to get out again. Ford as well. Discharge not so much. Discharge contact with Slam, though he pushed him below. Now Discharge tried to get back up there. There's no room to get back up there. He's going to be stuck in the middle. And he's going to be in the sucker. He's going to find somewhere to go.
It is all Toyotas and then Beast in the back on that top line. Kimmy out front once again. Ford, that 54 car pushing him. Sonic Discharge in fourth. And now here's Chris.
See, Kimmy went to the bottom to block.
Oh.
Then went back to the top. Maybe got pushed out. That's his teammate right there. So I don't know why he would leave, but now Ford's going to go to the lead. Jason following behind him. See, Fallen jumps up to the top. Now EJ goes with them, trying to form that outside lane again.
And it's coming together quite quickly. Here comes Sonic and Chris trying to generate some kind of run here. As that inside line is starting to get broken up.
See, as they come off turn 2, Discharge steps up to the top. Ford's gonna choose on where he wants to go. He's gonna go to the top with his teammate, and now he's gotta see if that bottom has anything left for them. Not sure. That outside lane, all Toyotas again. I mean, everywhere you go, there seems to be a Toyota, especially if you aren't a Toyota. So, 3 wide now for the lead. That's gonna be between Jack, Jason, and Ford. You see Fallen behind, and Slamdor and Kimmy. So they're 3x3 as of right now, as they come to lap 66.
Discharge is going to lead that lap. Jack has something to say about it, though. He's getting a bit of a run on that inside from System, Beast, and Slamdor. Oh! Might have been a little late to the bottom to hit that yellow line there. But Jack is still going to hold on and just cruise in the lead for now.
They come down the back straightaway. Jack holding the bottom. Fallen holding the middle, and Discharge up on the top. Not sure if there's anything for that top right now. You see contact between EJ and System. They sorted out.
EJ is trying to figure out what's going on here. I don't think he's a big fan of like the huge runs that he's getting. He's just trying to help out his teammate of Fallen. Now he's just trying to slot in behind the 31 assist him.
Yeah, that was very close off turn 4 between Slam Door. Almost got turned right into the outside wall, so good thing they were able to settle that out. She Slam Door. A little bit of a late block there on the inside. Almost wrecked himself, but they were able to sort it out. You see Discharge up on the top. Anybody jumps to the top, there goes Slam Door. He's going to step out. We've seen Slam Door take the initiative a ton of times to be the first one to step out of the train, and he's going to try and see what he can do on the top lane.
That 5 car really wants that top line run. The 3 car Chevy teammate is going to go with him. And I'm looking at the driver inputs here. EJ is using a lot more braking than you would expect for someone at a super speedway, especially the fact that these types of tracks are flat out. Yeah, he's just braking. I think trying to just generate as much of a run as he can. And now he's just going to back off because it is getting really hairy up here at the front.
Yeah, I think if I had to rank these guys, I think EJ would be top of my list for the guys that have backed out the most. EJ has been the guy to keep this conservative, and he does still have a reset, so that's obviously probably a part of his strategy just to stay clean until these last maybe like 20, maybe 15 laps. You see Jack blocking the inside, trying to stay in the lead. Beast, that's our pole sitter. Remember, as he wrecked, and he's back to the lead again, holding off Dishes up on the top lane as they come off turn 4 to reach lap 69.
So the 55 of Chris back out quite a bit there. There's no Discharge. And Beast now trying to fight for the lead here. Beast is going to lead the lap. And now that inside line has so many cars. Just, I believe the top 3, top 4, maybe top 5 are going to be able to clear that 3 car.
Oh, and Jack goes around in front of the field.
Right in front of the pack. Napa's in it.
Now he's backwards. Nobody else was fun. Okay, is he going to get ran damage? No, he does not. He's going to have to get this turned around. No caution will come out. It was damageless, so he's going to have to figure out. He's going to need a caution to get back with these guys. 4 wide in the back. Prime, Napa, Kimmy, and EJ.
We're going to see if EJ backs out again. No, he won't. It's going to be Prime that just lets off a little, trying to reset and reevaluate this whole situation. A Slam Door is still out front.
They go down to turn 1. Slam Door leading the bottom. 3 by 3 they were, and now the outside seems to have fallen off, and now the middle going with them. Slam Door getting pushed out by Fallen. He's got a lot of Toyotas behind him, so he's going to have to wait to step out here. None of the Chevys are really near him right now. See Ford and Discharge jump to the top. That leaves Napa in the middle, and he's going to find somewhere to go.
That 5 car is definitely... he's realized that those Toyotas are not exactly his friends, so he's just going to try and block him as best as he can. Yeah, you see the 28 already trying to make a move on that target 5 car, and then there he goes. Slam Door still gonna lead the lap now. Fallen up and on that top line of Toyotas.
Now Fallen leads the top line, pushed by Discharge and Ford. Beast splitting those Toyotas. Again, Beast is splitting the Toyotas. He seems to put himself between the crossfire of all these manufacturer teammates. He Slam got pushed out, was not able to come back down in time, so he's going to be stuck in the middle, and Fallen's going to go out. It goes to the bottom. What a clear for Fallen. Got a huge push down the back straightaway. He's going to go back to the bottom, and the top line is just going to fade as they come off turn 4.
Not to mention the fact that Fallen is right in front of his 2 teammates. This could not be better, but here comes Discharge, Ford, and Beast on that top line.
We've seen a lot.
See if those that top 3 can start to control this pack.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of leaders. You saw EJ, huge push from Chrissy. He got another big one, gave it to Fallen, but the last one was pushed Sonic up the track, and I think they're trying to get clear. Fallen's got to choose on where he wants to go. He's going to stay bottom. Sonic getting pushed out in the lead on the top lane. He's going to barely be able to keep himself clear. You see the push from the teammates behind him. Beast still splitting those Toyotas. Fallen trying to pick back up on the inside from the push from EJ, side by side for the lead. As Fallen's going to get a little bit of an edge out as they come off turn 4. No, it's going to be Sonic. Who's going to lead it at the line?
I believe it's going to be Sonic. There's just way too much of a run to be had on that outside for now. We're definitely going to see that inside line fight back. There's still 6 cars compared to... It's 6 on 6 right now. Deuce and I believe Jack being the outliers as we see 3 wide. Prime now forced into the middle.
Look at that push that Sonic got off turn 2. That was a huge one from Discharge, and that's going to push him way out into the lead. Very comfortable right now. Discharge still sticking with him. That's its manufacturer teammate. So if it helps Discharge, it's gonna help. It's gonna help Sonic as well. So just gonna try and stay clean here.
You saw on the backstretch, Sonic thought about jumping on a line to help his teammates, but it decided against it, thinking that this run, just being up front here with this amount of cars pushing him, is just too good of an opportunity to pass up. As Ford and Jason, Discharge. Oh, Beast is gonna force it 3 wide in the middle.
Yeah, Beast tried to step out. He was hoping that he can get to the inside of Sonic and then hopefully clear him on the entry of turn 1, but just that push that Kimmy got right away was just not enough. And you see Kimmy got pushed out. Now he's going to try and choose on where he wants to go. He's going to stay middle for now. He's got his 2 teammates on the inside, and he's got Toyota teammates up on the outside. So he's got a lot to choose from right now. And he's getting pushed from Prime. He's going to try and get clear off turn 4, which he is, I think, now. Yeah, he is. Where does he go? Stays bottom.
And look at that 66 car of Prime. We have not seen him at the front here all night.
Oh, it's not a wreck. Napa spinning to the inside. Beast spinning on the inside.
Beast, Napa.
2 cars saved it. They're not going to throw the caution.
No damage. We stay green.
It was a good job on those 2 guys to save it. System, luckily enough, did not get damaged and almost got his race ended right there. But not sure how that happened. I think it was contact off the wall again. And then just everybody came together. But you see Kimmy leading the bottom and leading the race. He's fallen stuck on the outside.
Well, Fallen has a choice to slide up in front of Discharge, and he will. He's going to take that. But then he almost just makes some big contact with his teammate of EJ. And now that Holyfield Discharge is going to take it, and Slam Door is going to get shuffled out here. We're going to see if this outside line can get organized again.
45 laps to go left in the race. Lap 76, Kimmy leading. Prime in the Ford. We haven't seen him up in the top 3 yet, but here he goes. He's trying to make himself known now. He's going to be pushing Kimmy out of the lead, and he can't really step out now. He's got Toyota teammates behind him. So he's gonna have to stay behind Kimmy here and just hope Kimmy makes a mistake.
We are coming up to the final third of this race. EJ backs out. Prime still holding on in second between 2 very similar colored Toyota cars.
See Sonic gets pushed up. Jason and Ford, here they come with a run. This is going to be 44 laps to go. Slam Door pushing.
Still see that bottom line just dominating for now. Oh, Kimmy and Slam Door are going to slide up. Discharge is going to go with him. Same with Ford. Prime has been left out to dry.
Prime stuck on the bottom. You see the Toyotas jump to the top. Ford stuck in the middle. Discharge is going to go into the middle. Now Kimmy goes to the middle. He goes back to the top. A lot of moving around right now. Discharge doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know if to pick up his teammate or to stay on the bottom. He's going to go to the bottom. Kimmy getting pushed out into the lead by Slam Door. Sonic behind them, and now Beast. So that's Toyota Chevy, then Toyota Chevy. So now Beast goes to the middle. There's a lot of shuffling right now. Hard to predict on where anybody wants to go.
And here you see in the back here, Napa and Deuce have caught the pack and are just waiting for their opportunity. We've seen Napa be pretty aggressive in this pack already, but we have not really seen that much out of Deuce. We've seen him up into like that top 6, top 5 area, but we've never really seen him try and just take over the field.
See, Kimmy
so
was...
we're going to see what he can do in this final stage of the race.
See, Kimmy was stuck up on the outside, so now he's going to have to hope that a push comes. You see his teammates behind him. You see Slam Door goes up to the top. 4 Toyotas on the bottom. Slam Door is just overwhelmed right now as they actually jump up to the top.
Huge run on the outside. 194 Kimmy was hitting.
Huge speeds as they come up to the end of this race is what you really want to see. You know these guys are going to start making moves if they start hitting those type of speeds. You see Kimmy got a push, got a run, went to the inside. Ford went with him. They left Discharge behind. You see Prime Beast. Prime Beast behind them. You see Ford under the apron. Slam Door gets pushed up. Now Kimmy and Ford. And look at those 5 Toyotas on the bottom doing great work at staying together. You see Deuce goes to the bottom now.
We saw in turns 1 and 2 when Kimmy had that huge run from the outside line, and he went to that inside. You saw how ready Slam Door was to get in front of him and try to take it for himself. Unfortunately, it didn't work out too great for him. Now he's 3 wide. Oh, you see Napa and Beast make a little bit of contact.
See Napa.
As the 72 is going to slide right behind Chris.
Yeah, Napa was in the grass. He slammed or fell back.
Oh, Beast is struggling. I think he might be... Oh, what's going on?
Oh, Beast spinning. He's got lag.
No, ramping.
Oh, and he's got front
Oh,
end damage. That's going to be the
damage!
caution. They're going to have to throw it 8 lap 80. This is going to be the race back. You see Kimmy out in the
Big
lead.
damage for that 3 car. That whole front bumper's gone. That hood is bent. Oh my God.
Okay, he's crashing to the inside. He's completely stopped. Kimmy out in the lead. You see Sonic stepped up. He left Kimmy. EJ pushing. Those are teammates. Now Chrissy behind him. EJ goes back to the bottom. Pushes Kimmy. They're going to be side by side as they come down to the
Kimmy got that little bit of a bump out of turn 4. Can he take it for
total
himself?
finish. Kimmy's got it at the line. Sonic. EJ, you see the official's message. Beast is lagging as they can hear it through his mic.
You saw Kimmy really good at just taking those little taps from EJ and just using it as its own momentum when it was clear that the EJ was committed to that top line. But he stepped out just enough and Kimmy noticed it quick enough to take a little bit of those runs for himself. That is a very veteran move at a super speedway like this.
So Kimmy once again has won another race back. I think he's got the most race back wins for today. Huge contact. System was actually rear end was up in the air. So Jack came flying in backwards. So it's gonna be Kimmy, Sonic. I don't know what the other name is. The 20 said yeah, it's EJ, and then that's gonna be Pyro in the 55, and then Fallen.
You see Beast still dealing with some technical difficulties as he's trying to rejoin once again. Really unfortunate for that 3 car. Once again, the pole sitter here for this Daytona 300. And he is just he's had a roller coaster of a race. Immediately lost the lead. Had some damage due to a lag spike. Had a penalty. He had to sit in pit road for 10 seconds, but immediately a caution came out, and then he's had to deal with more lag and more damage. Just unfortunate for that 3 car.
Beast has definitely had an up and down race, and a lot of it has been down because every time he goes to the front, something bad happens. Saw the lag that happened. That was really bad. Went to the inside, came back up the track, was off the ground. And then spun back to the top of the track and got front end damage. As of right now, we don't know where Beast is, if he's back in the game. The red flag has been thrown. We are not going green. We are waiting on Beast to return. But that is really unfortunate for the 3 car, especially a guy who's been really fast in SRU for a while now. And this is not a way that he wants to start a season, especially after what happened in Bubbles Cup Daytona last week. He was hoping to come back here and
don't remind me.
Yeah, he was hoping to come back here and redeem himself, but just very
I forgot
unfortunate.
that he failed to qualify.
Yeah, very unfortunate after he after he got eliminated. So,
well, at least he didn't run out of gas on the last lap like I did.
Yeah, that Bubbles 325. I'm sorry, the Bubbles Cup Daytona race was very hectic all the way through. They do have their Father's Day race this weekend back at Daytona. For this time for a $30 prize, $30 prize pool. I did forget what first, second, and third get. I think it was 20, then 10, then I think it was 20. I think it was 15. I actually forgot. I don't know. I think it was 15, 10, 5, something like that. But they do have their Father's Day race. Go check in over on Bubble the Wonder Boys channel for that. Should be a good one. There's a lot of guys.
I'm gonna take this break to. I will be right back.
Yeah, as of right now, not sure if Beast is here, but we're gonna be back when he is lined up. Welcome back. Still on the red flag, but Beast has rejoined the game. Has restarted his console. They're waiting for him to line up, and then we'll be ready to go. Right now, Fallen is, I mean, not Fallen, yeah, I think is, AFK, I think. So, we're gonna wait on him to come back. Oh, he's back. So, perfect timing. 35 laps to go. The cost laps have been added. Beast has returned inside the game. See everybody lining up.
Hopefully, Beast will have no more technical difficulties.
Yeah, he did have to restart his console, which is pretty big. So hopefully everything got reset. Hopefully everything's fixed on that side of things. We're gonna wait on him to get over here, and he is lined up. Perfect slide into the line. He's gonna line up in the back. Kimmy once again gonna lead us. See Fallen last minute changes.
Oh, excuse me, I'm getting a phone call.
Affin will be right back. Slam door
Never
funnel.
mind, they just hung up. Okay.
All right. I think everybody is ready, especially in the line. We're all back. Little bit of a pause break, but everything is now good, 100%. Hopefully for Beast. 3, 2, 1, and waiting on the green flag. Decent pause on the throw for the flag, but Kimmy still was able to get out. Sonic behind him. They go down to turn 1. EJ. Now you see Fallen goes to the bottom. Slam door. Not many guys on that bottom right now. That top has a little bit of a gap between the top 4 and then the rest. But Kimmy leads off turn 2 as they go down back straightaway.
You see more people joining Fallen and Slam Door. There goes Chris. Napa. Oh, Fallen goes back up to the top. Chris is just going to back off. There goes EJ. Now to the bottom. You see System and Prime back there behind that 5 car. We're going to see what kind of momentum they could put together in this this last stage of the race.
See Kimmy still out in the lead forward, then Discharge. You see Jack 4 wide behind him. You see Fallen stepped up just in time. Sonic staying in the middle. He's leading that middle lane. There's not going to be enough energy for those guys to go anywhere. See Deuce trying to bring Fallen up there. Fallen still sticking in the middle. See Kimmy leading. Here comes EJ on the bottom with Napa behind them. Off turn 2. Contact almost between Jack and Napa.
4 wide again. You saw Jack just powering through that Hornet's Nest. Now leading that inside middle line, excuse me, as you see Napa getting a little squirrely, unsure what line he wants to go to. 4 wide again.
4 wide again. These guys are not giving no breaks for anybody. And right now, the top 4 really are pretty safe right now. That contains Kimmy, Ford, Jason, and Beast. Napa behind them. That outside's gotten really well sorted. That inside, the middle, and outside in the back. There's actually 2 packs starting to form right now. So they're going to need to figure it out. But that top lane up in front is just hauling.
Yeah, hauling indeed. We see a little bit more contact with Slam Door, door slamming one of those Toyotas. And now it's just Napa, Slam Door, and Prime now on the inside as Slam Door and Prime are going to go up top. Napa's the lone guy left out. As we see, Kimmy had a little bit of contact, almost cleared himself off of that 54. Hit a bit of a track bump, but he's still out here dominating this race.
Kimmy's still holding the lead. See, B stepped to the bottom. He brought Jack with him, but just look at that top lane. So many Toyotas on the top lane. A lot of those Toyotas, all those Toyota manufacturers right now, they just have to be, they're in heaven right now. They've got nothing to worry about. They go somewhere, they know they got a Toyota teammate right behind them, especially with the Toyota starting to go to the bottom now. But you won't see, even with these manufacturers being Toyotas up on the top, they still don't seem to have 100% trust in each other. You see some of these guys will not hesitate to make moves, as we've got multiple different teams in those field of Toyotas as they come up to lap 90.
Lap 90, just 31 laps to go here in this race. We are in the final quarter of the Daytona 300. We saw 190 being hit on that top line. Slam door!
We've got a wreck. Slam door.
Deuce. There goes Beast. Slam door up into the pack. Oh my goodness.
Slam door's got damage. He's got suspension damage. The caution's going to come out. And look who's in the lead again.
Wheel damage.
And Beast is spinning in the back. Not good for him again. Deuce sideways, and you see Kimmy's, they go on a turn 3, Ford behind him. Remember last time Ford stepped out off of Ford. Does he do it again? This time he has EJ behind him. So does he try to make the move? Can Kimmy win another race back as they come up to the
Oh, he
line?
got. Oh
Ford
no! Hold
around the
on.
outside. Ford's gonna get him. Ford's
got
gonna
it.
win the race back. It's gonna be Kimmy behind him, then EJ, then Fallen, and then Discharge.
We saw in the chat Slamdor screaming that he froze to cause that wreck. We're gonna have to see what race control has to say about it
He will
in
need
these
to,
next
bro.
few minutes.
Definitely gonna need to provide a clip if he's gonna say he froze. Race control is definitely gonna ask for a clip. If he cannot provide the clip, obviously he's gonna get that reset taken away, and he's gonna be forced to use it. He's gonna be protesting. If you see on the top, protesting is currently in progress, so the field will have to wait. It's 30 laps to go. Only I think it was a 5 lap stint we had from the previous caution.
Hopefully, this isn't a sign for things to come where it's just starting and stopping in the final stages of this Daytona race. You want to see these drivers fight it out to the end and not have this be marred with caution after caution, which these super speedway races can easily become. But I believe these drivers are smart enough to not have that happen.
Yeah, so we're waiting on the call from race control whether Slam Door will be using that reset or not. But a lot of these guys should not be happy with that. But nobody got damaged, but that's just really irritating for some of these guys to be wrecked, especially if they had nothing to do with it. And there are definitely going to be a lot of people looking at Slam Door, especially since he's been one of the guys to make more of the he's been more on the contact side of things throughout this race. So not sure how many guys are going to treat him after we go back green. See Discharge sliding in position, EJ giving him space. And our top 5 right now: Ford, Kimmy, EJ, Fallen, and Discharge. So Kimmy was not able to win the race back this time, but definitely a guy to look for. And definitely got to look for in that top 5 if a caution has come out. He's definitely been very lucky on those cautions.
We've seen this entire top 5 be up front for extended periods of time. Especially that 94 and the 54, they've been working incredibly well together. That 26 and 28 have been the same way. And there's that 27 car, their other teammate out there just in 6th behind the 24 of Discharge. All 6 of these drivers are very capable of just taking over this race and just blocking each lane when they can.
And the red flag has been thrown.
Not to mention with how good Kimmy is on these restarts, we might see Ford get the push of his life as we see Slam Door coming around.
Still no call from race control yet, whether he has used his reset or not. Still waiting on that call from race control. So there's going to be 25 laps to go. That is with the caution laps.
Race control says no. Protest is good. He still has a reset, that 5 car, at least.
Yeah, so that still
he can
leaves.
still afford to push.
That still leaves, I believe, 2 guys. Oh no, now it's 3. Oh no, sorry, 2. I think it's 2, right? Deuce and the other one, System. And green flag is out. Ford didn't get out. See Kimmy stick right on his bumper. EJ goes to the bottom. His teammate actually doesn't go with him. He stays to the top. He pushed the 2 other teammates out in the lead. He left EJ down on the bottom.
Doing his best to try and push him, but we can only imagine how long that's going to last, especially with just 25 laps to go in this Daytona season opener. single file now on the top. You see Kimmy stepping out, trying to get underneath Ford. Ford tries to block it, but it was a little half-baked as Fallen is going to go with that 94. We'll see if he could go around. Oh, Discharge has a huge run to push that 54. He's going to surge out to the... And now Kimmy is forced to stay low with just 2 cars behind him, Fallen, and the 66 Ford of Prime. Just 24 laps remaining. We see Discharge and Ford getting real dicey up here. We'll see what that 54 does. He's going to slot in right in front of Discharge, but Sonic is going to step out of line and try and help out a teammate of Fallen. And EJ is going to jump out right with him.
All right, I had to take a bit of a call. I haven't been here for fast lap, but see Ford in the lead. Discharge behind him. Napa, we see that inside lane of EJ leading it to come off turn 2.
And now Kimmy is behind this top line. He got shuffled out, and now is going to try and work his way through the field. We've seen him do it in the early stages of the race. Let's see if he can remember how to do it, as he's just flying past all of these cars on the bottom using that top line run. There is so much draft up there.
Prime stepping out, going to the back of the inside lanes. He slammed or steps out. Once again, taking that initiative and stepping out. And he's going to go and try and take a push from Napa. Now he's going to be leading the bottom. Big push. He saw it. He went to the bottom. Then that momentum stopped. So Beast has to be a little bit annoyed with that one, hoping that he could have got a push out to the lead.
No, Kimmy.
Contact in the back. Kimmy got pushed out.
In the middle, but Fallen's going to let him back in. Tried to make a move on system, but just didn't exactly work out. As now Beast is starting to... Oh,
and then the wreck. Jack going around. EJ spinning. We've got many guys collected in this one. No damage yet. EJ, last person spinning. Still spinning. Race Control is going to wait to see if he can get this turned around, and I believe he will. And yes, EJ does get it back going, and EJ's got to be really annoyed with that one. And he's spinning again.
Oh. Really trying to not damage that car.
Oh, we've got another spin. System goes around again.
Oh! System.
He's going to get it back going.
Keep it off the wall. He will. And now he's going to be sliding up right next to Jack, who also got involved in that little tussle.
Let's come off turn 4. Look who is leading the pack. Beast is gonna come through and he's gonna lead lap 100. 20 laps to go. Ford went to the top.
Just 20 laps to go in this season opener. Ford getting a huge push from Toyota teammates, and that lone Ford of Prime trying to get up to the front in any way he can. As Beast is going to jump up to block the run.
You saw Beast, he wanted to block the run. Ford actually had the idea of trying to get to the inside. Beast, late block. Got almost wrecked in the wall.
Right in front of the pack.
Luckily, Ford backed out. Ford could have easily stayed in the gas there and took Beast down. And the Beast going to go back to the bottom. You see Prime, the lone Ford, fighting his way through the top pack. And you see Slamdoor trying to make a move on Beast. Just not anywhere to go right now.
The top 3 are all of the I forgot Napa was also a Chevy, excuse me. 4 of the top 5 are the non-Toyotas. There's only 4 cars here that are not that exact manufacturer.
You see Ford goes to the top, brings his 2 teammates with him, and they're going to try and pass these guys around the outside. They've got more Toyotas behind them. You see Discharge goes to the bottom, and he's like, this top lane's not working, guys. We've got to go somewhere else. And he's going to try and bring them to the bottom. Let's Ford in. You see B still holding the lead.
You see Kimmy trying to get some kind of run going here on the outside, but there's just not enough cars. He's going to go to the bottom. Prime trying to back off. Or just trying to get back in line. He will lose some spots as Ford is now on the top line. And now Kimmy trying to give a push to Discharge and use that huge amount of draft behind 6 cars in Kimmy's case to charge through this field again.
You definitely can't call this race over. Down the back straightaway, turn 1, turn 3 or 4, you dead. And even on that last short shoot, because there's a move that can be made right 30 feet below the line. As you see, Bowling gets turned back up the track. He's up in the air almost.
We're good. No damage.
Fallen saved it. Luckily enough, no damage. Did you see Chrissy sliding? That was Discharge sliding on the apron. Was able to get it back together. Napa stuck on the outside. Had to back out because of Fallen. And now Slam Door with almost a late block. Almost got turned off of Discharge front end. Fallen saying he's sorry. That was an honest mistake on his part.
It has been a Toyota-dominated race, not just in field, just with just how many of them are in the field, but just how many of them have been at the front. But now it is the top two are just, they're Chevys. The top two are Chevys, but Slam Doors have been shuffled out by Discharge. Here comes Kimmy, already back up to third place.
And you speak of Slam Door getting knocked out, and then look at Beast, the lone Chevy right now in the lead. But then look behind him. 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe that's 6, maybe 7 Toyotas behind them in that line. And now it's Kimmy got pushed out. Now he's gonna be forced to go to the top. Beast is trying to stay bottom. He's not letting these Toyotas get by him without a fight. And you see Discharge is gonna bring forward to the top. Fallen and all those Toyotas follow with him. Beast has to choose.
Kimmy's gonna help out these Toyotas in any way he can, and especially since he was hung out to dry on that outside line. But now he's got some sort of momentum going his way as we see Jack starting to put his name back into the picture. He's caught back up to the pack.
See Beast still holding on the bottom. System back there was able to get back with us. And here comes
3 wide, almost 4 wide.
4 wide, Napa. Contact, Slam Door backed out. Now they're going to be still 4 wide. They're going to be tight down the back straightaway.
Tried to go low.
Deuce jumps up.
Do something with Napa, but it just did not work out in the worst possible way.
Contact between Ford and
behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, contact between Ford and Discharge. Yeah, Ford was forced to the middle, squeezing each other. They're 4 wide again. Kimmy, Deuce, Napa, and Slam Door. Now it's Jack that's going to put in the 4 wide.
Outside. Discharge out front, and here comes Kimmy.
Just under 15 laps to go. A lot of contact happening in this mid-pack. Caution could happen. These guys are all over the place right now. They got the 4 wide settled out. Now these 2 in the middle need to get sorted out. But you see Discharge leading the top lane. Beast on the inside, leading the inside lane as they come off turn 2.
And unfortunately, you see that 94 just got shuffled out by the 36 at Jack. Has to start all over again with just 14 laps remaining. Now Beast and Discharge commanding the bottom and top lines respectively, as we're going to see just what these drivers can do. And EJ is just puttering around just now approaching turn 1. Been a disaster for that 26 car.
Beast leads lap 107. It's going to be 13 laps to go. Discharge on the top lane. The Toyotas on the top. The Chevys have got to the bottom. And look at Prime! Prime goes to the lead. The lone Ford has now taken the initiative, and he's going to go lead the top lane. Prime out to the lead for the first time this race. Oh, and Beast is spinning!
A system get into Slam Door and Beast a little bit, but also we saw that 66 get shuffled out. We almost thought that was a horrific thing for that to happen. But that top line and all their momentum came in clutch at just the right moment to keep him in this fight.
So, yeah, the 66 went to the lead, then got shuffled out, but he's not out of it yet. Look at that inside. They're going to keep him out ahead of the inside, but just look at how far that outside has gotten. It's going to take a while for the inside to be able to catch up again, especially with the car difference, the number of cars between the outside and the inside. You see a bump for Sonic. He's got pushed below the apron. Now, as you see Jack and Discharge, now they're going to be side by side for the lead.
You see that 94 keep trying to make moves using that middle, but the problem is you can't really make moves down there if you don't have anyone to back you up. And he keeps thinking that the 55 is going to back him up, but Chris just stays up top every single time.
Now the teammates, they went 2 opposite ways. You saw Discharge go to the bottom and then Ford stayed on the top. But I want to make a note. EJ, still, the guy who wrecked, still no caution for him. So he's just in the middle of turn 1 and 2 now. While these guys are entering, EJ's now exiting, I think, off turn 2. Yeah. So these guys may have a lap car ahead of them if
Oh
they can
my!
get to him.
You're right. We might see a lap car here at Daytona.
They're just in the frame when you look at EJ. EJ's gonna hope that he can get a caution. Because he's going to need that caution now. And a little bit, he's not going to need a 2 lap to go caution because he's not going to have enough time to get up to the front.
And now you see that 31 is system that has been involved in more than his fair share of incidents today. Just trying to just slug out these remaining 10 laps. 10 laps remaining. Jack out front here at Daytona now.
Jack out front. You start to see a lot more of these guys go to the front. They got to start taking that initiative to make moves. Now Ford goes to the bottom. They're going to be side by side, the Toyotas. And Fallen giving the push to Jack. Chrissy behind Fallen. Jack's going to stay out clear. But look at this inside they've got formed. It's even. Now remember what we saw last time when the inside was even. They're shaking up the bottom. But when it was even last time, the inside was able to pull in the corners. Let's see what happens down into turn 3. Here comes the inside.
Oh, you see Fallen trying to make a move on Jack, trying to get out front for himself. But it just doesn't work out. They're 4 wide now with him, Prime, Kimmy, and Slam Door.
Jack was
That
able to...
94 is still just making...
Oh, and Jack
Jack!
late block. He's going to save it, but it's going to be 4 wide. Beast, Chrissy, Slam Door. You see Sonic under the apron. He's going to have to go to the back. They're going to be...
Jack slot in. He will.
Jack slots in. That leaves Beast in the middle. Beast has got to figure out where he wants to go now. He's running out of time. You see Ford leading both lanes. He's trying to control both lanes, keep him back. He's got his teammate on the inside, and he's got his manufacturer teammates on the outside. You see those guys are going to fall back, and look at this inside dominance. They're going to be able to pull away in the corner.
We're coming up to just 8 laps to go. Chris, now the leader of that outside line. Oh, it has fallen off. No pun intended to the driver there. Now Slam Door's been shuffled out. We're going to see what he can do. Trying to get some support on the outside here. Beast goes with him. But we see some drivers that were stuck out there just fall in line at the back, trying to reset with just 8 laps remaining. Can they charge through the field in these remaining 8 laps?
See, EJ even closer. There's contact in the back. Jack got put in the wall. Napa up into second. Prime behind him in the 66. That's the lone Ford. Can he get back to the bottom in time? Yes, he does. A little bit of contact. No, he doesn't. He's going to be forced out. That outside has gotten back together. Now, mainly the middle lane. You see Ford is going to come through. He's going to bring it to 7 laps to go. EJ getting even closer. You could see him.
You saw that 66 just barely whiff on a push from somebody. I forgot who it was, but that is just unfortunate. Put him in the back of the pack.
Oh, EJ spinning in front of the pack.
EJ spinning again. And he's just going to slot right in.
Now they've got a lapped car with them. So now these guys can, especially those Toyotas, are going to be a little bit happy because they've got a little bit on the upper side. Not that they didn't have it before, but they've got even more of an advantage than they did before. See, EJ over the comms, he had a freeze. But that's not going to be caution worthy. So they're going to, he's still going to be hoping for that caution to come out.
We see the outside line with just Jack, Kimmy, and Sonic. Not much momentum can be had here. We saw some people go through the grass as Ford is still out front. Napa now fighting for second, now on the bottom there. System, the second driver out front. Chris goes up to the top. We got some momentum building up here. Slam Door's going to go with him.
The late block from Ford put him in the grass with Napa. He was forced to go to the top lane. Now Napa's in the lead at Daytona. He's got his Chevy teammate behind him, and they've got a line with him. You see the top lane. Toyotas fill that top lane, but Slam Door splits them. They got to see on what they want to do. See Slam Door in the wall. Look at this run. The Ford's going to get off 4. Where does Napa go? He's coming to the block. He can't. Ford's going to charge back to the lead. He's going to lead again.
Excuse me. System is now 3 wide. Tried to make something happen there, but no one went with him.
Oh, they got a red Ford goes around.
Spinning. There goes.
Everybody's going with the Ford's up and Ford's almost up and over.
Jack
spinning. No damage yet. The caution's not going to be thrown. Can these guys get it turned around?
Damage. They're 4 wide. Chris now out to the lead.
Chrissy out to the lead. I think that's the first time we've seen him out in the lead. As he leads the top lane, the inside's got more cars at the moment. They're way more formed up right now. You see Napa leading that bottom lane, but the top lane's got formed up. and Chrissy's gonna lead him at the line. 4 laps to go. It's now, if you weren't on crunch time before, now it is crunch time if you're in the back, so you've got to get to the front now. I would say Slamdor and EJ and stuff, and guys like those guys, they are in a good spot if they want to get the win at the end of this.
We have not seen Chris up like in this top spot the entire race. Now with Calamity happening with just 5 laps to go, this is possibly the best spot you could be. Just trying to control the lanes, hope no one really abandons you. Oh, Kimmy tries to go to the middle.
Oh, and that racket!
Oh,
Sonic's on top of Kimmy!
what?
EJ is spinning! Kimmy, can Sonic land it?
Sonic.
They do.
Ford is spinning again. There goes EJ.
They've got guys in the grass. They keep it together? Ford come back up the track. Deuce almost gets hit. They're not going to throw the caution. There's no damage yet. That's going to be unfortunate for Ford.
Yeah, no damage.
Ford gets it
EJ
back
or
rolling.
Ford, this race is still going.
EJ's race it's almost looking like it's over. He's got to get a caution now. Slamdor leading the bottom. Chrissy on the outside still. Napa's stuck in the middle. That's going to be bad for Napa. You see Prime's forced out. Jason pushing Slamdor. Slamdor gets moved up the track. Here comes Discharge to the lead. Kimmy pushing behind him. Then there's Beast. Slamdor has to come up the block as they come off turn 4.
Coming up to just 2 laps remaining here. This is an opener. Discharge out front. Kimmy giving him a great push with all those cars on the inside. Slamdor. This is catastrophe. He had the inside. He got shuffled out late. He's got to hope something happens. He's got to hope someone or multiple people join him on the outside. There goes his Chevy teammate of Beast, trying to help him out.
This is what Discharge wants to see as he goes down the back straightaway. His teammate behind him and that outside field with absolutely nobody at the moment. But he's got to remember, these guys can pull out at any time. And he's going to get moved up the track. Here comes Kimmy to the lead. We're spinning behind him. Deuce comes back up the track, hits Prime. Deuce is going to be almost up and over. He's on his side. He saves it. He lands it on it, and there's damage. The caution's going to come out, and Kimmy is going to win the race back at the line. Jack, then Discharge, then System, and Napa's going to be your top 5. Caution before the white. They will re-rack and try it again. And EJ is happy to see that.
Unbelievable.
Very unfortunate for the lone
You see
Ford, the
Jack
66.
Discharge is happy that he got shuffled out there and then he lost the lead. Because if he was in that, I believe that would have been his race over.
Yeah,
We
that.
saw multiple cars have damage. We saw Prime. Oh, who else? Crap. I just know we saw multiple cars have damage.
Yeah, there was a lot of guys that got caught, and I know Kimmy is very happy that he was able to get to the lead there. That's very unfortunate for the 66 Prime. Now they've definitely it's almost looking like it's over for them, but never doubt. Always a miracle can happen. You see on a ticker, the miracle Kimmy, there was a miracle for him, so there's obviously a miracle can happen for any of these guys in the field. But Kimmy is in the lead, and we've known this for a while, and for the past Super Speedway races that people have watched, the leader is always somebody, or not always, but most of the time the leader is a sitting duck, and they are often prone to be passed on the white flag.
Indeed.
So it will be overtime.
But we've seen Kimmy be extremely good at being able to block the runs, just being able to just get a little bit of a tap from someone maybe a little bit out of line to just keep his run alive. And we're just gonna see that put to the test here with just 2 laps remaining. 2 lap shootout, excuse me.
Red flag is thrown. Waiting on the restart procedure. Waiting on officials to be ready.
Nerves are at an all-night high. I wouldn't say all time, but you get the point. I just noticed there's not a lot of sponsors on that 36. There's no hood sponsor.
And remember back in Season 2 Bubbles Cup, Kimmy was the winner of that Daytona race. Obviously off of a penalty from Shotgun who passed under the line, but Kimi still was able to fight out there in the lead, and he won that race. So maybe he'll get the same. Maybe he'll be able to do it again. It's been a while since we've seen Kimi win at Daytona.
Yeah,
So
it's been about. Well, it's been almost a year.
yeah, I believe that.
since
Yeah,
that race.
yeah. So Kimi's gonna hope to bring himself back at Daytona, bring himself a trophy. As we are still on the red flag, I don't know what is happening.
Either someone might have gone AFK, or the race control just loves messing with us.
Wait. This is, I believe, once we go green, yeah, these guys, if their hearts weren't at a high BPM by now, they're definitely going to be high once we go green. This is the time where everybody starts to push, and the timer is going. It's hit 0, waiting on the green flag. It's a long
Green
pause,
flag.
but Kimi was able to pull ahead of Jack, sorry.
Oh my
and
goodness! Huge run from Jack.
Huge push, a late block for Kimi, almost, and then that put Jason in a bad spot. That's going to put Jack out in front of Jason. That splits Kimi and Jason. You see Napa behind them. System up on the top lane.
Now we're just gonna have to see just what kind of moves are these drivers gonna make.
Oh, and Jack goes below the apron. He can't do that. He's got to back out.
Oh, he can't do that.
And he backs out, but I'm not sure if race control is going to accept that he pushed Discharge up, and Discharge is not going to be happy with that one as they come off turn 4. White flag. They will
just go below the line like that.
They will
Here we
see the
are.
white flag.
White flag in the air.
One more lap to go.
All Kimi has to do is just block the guy behind him.
See contact between Slam and Ford. Ford's under the apron. He's going to have to... Slam lets him back up. They come off turn 2.
Kimi doing a great job with just blocking the 36 of Jack. Now here comes the 28 of Fall, and he's going to take the push.
As they
He saw
come...
that they had a big run.
As they come down into turn 3 and
Smart move from the
4.
94.
Kimi went up to block Fallen. He's not getting... Fallen was not able to make a move. You see Jack trying to step out. They're all over the place. Kimi, as they come up turn 4, Jack steps out. Ford goes to the bottom. They're going to be 3 wide. Jack is going to win it at the line. They're wrecking after the line.
Oh, no.
Everybody's wrecking. They're going around. Slam heading for the inside. Hard crash for Slam as he hits the inside wall. Jason Discharge. Come take him on the track.
Finish.
And Kimi up in the air. But Jack was able to slide on the... He was able to squeeze on the outside, sneak past them both. Ford made a 3 wide move to the inside. Obviously could not get there, but Jack around the outside
Saw him.
was
We saw that
able...
54 go below the apron, trying to just get something to happen. But I don't think he meant to go that low, but that was a very concerning move from that 54.
Lot
We
of
saw the
damage.
94 doing as much blocking as he physically could.
Look at the damage on that 9. Look at the damage on that 5.
Oh,
Up
slammed
on the side.
destroyed.
And they're definitely going to need to look at him.
Broken hurt feelings.
There's going to be a lot of review over that finish, especially with Jack, who went under the line, not on the white flag, but the lap before that. Wondering if anybody's going to try and protest him on that one. But what a finish. I mean, around the outside, just around the outside, he'll get that was unbelievable. You saw Ford try to get Kimi on the inside, but just did not have the run.
Race control has been censored by Roblox. Unfortunate. I don't even know how you get rid of that message. Oh. Jack and Kimi 3 grid penalty for forcing below the line.
And that means
my.
with the penalty, Ford will win.
Daytona.
And I'm not sure if Jack was
Unbelievable.
happy with that one. As he left, Ford is going to win Daytona. He came a week ago, did not qualify in for the Bubbles Cup Daytona race, and was very upset. But he's going to come through qualify into this one and go ahead and win. Remember, this is a rookie, but we've seen him many times all over. He's had the speed. We just didn't know what he would do today. Obviously, he finished third off of the raw finish, but with the penalties, it is what it is, and he's gonna be able. He's gonna see him burning it down. He's gonna win, and that has got to be disappointing for Jack and Kimmy, those guys who I know wanted that so badly.
Unfortunate. That was truly a wild Daytona finish. You'd think you'd come to expect those and not be very surprised, but they always do something at Daytona. Everyone wants to win the first race.
We're gonna see if we can get Ford to the booth. See, he's gonna bring it to victory lane. That was big for Ford. See the 54 car. Bass Pro Shops tractor bringing it to
I'm
victory
looking at
lane.
the footage again. It does look like Kimmy forced Ford under the line instead of Ford going there by himself. So that's my mistake.
Hello.
We've got Ford up here. Ford, obviously, it was a very long race, and I know you are very happy, and you're probably, that sigh of now you're relaxed. I mean, that win, that puts you out in the lead in the point standings going into Darlington next week. How does this, obviously, it was your first season in SRU. How does this start off your season? What is it? What does the season say now?
It's a very good start to the season because I feel like when it comes to super speedways, it's my worst type of racing. At least I have the worst finishes in super speedway races, and just very good coordination, good teamwork from me, Kibby, and Discharge. Almost was out of the race there with a few laps to go, but when I got spun there at the end, but didn't get any damage, kept going. Now the final restart, I just think so satisfying because I just made all the right moves. I didn't go up to the top because I knew people when it comes down to it, they're gonna go to the bottom. And I ended up, I think even if I didn't get forced there, I would have had a shot at. I'm not sure if I would have won or not, but I just think it's a very great start to the season. And we're going to tracks like like Darlington, like skill tracks that like I really like, and I think I have some good pace at. So yeah, I just want to thank you, Corey, because I only got signed like a few days, or like a week, or just a few days before Daytona. I didn't even have a ride, so very nice to get the 54 car a win already, and yeah, very very happy.
I do have one more question for you. The work between the two other teammates you had this race. What was the idea for you guys? What did you guys want to how was your guys' plan to make it? Because I obviously know there was a lot of people and there's a lot of different cars out on track, and you guys had a lot of Toyota teammates. But how did you guys? What was your guys' plan to make it up in the front at the end of the race rather than worrying about the beginning and middle?
Well, funny enough, we really didn't have a plan. Our only plan was to just help each other, push each other as much as we can whenever we get the opportunity, and we did it pretty well. There in the finals, in the final laps, I could have really. I haven't looked back at the replay yet, but I'm sure if I wanted to, I could have just pushed Kimmy there to the win. But I want to try and go for it. But yeah, the teamwork. Not really a plan, but we did work together, really well together.
All right. Well, congratulations, Ford. Obviously, a very good start to the season for you. Good luck at Darlington next week. We're gonna see if we can get one more up here and see if we can get Beast, our pole sitter. Not sure if we can get Beast. Do have Jack up here. We talk. Jack, do you got us?
Invited up here. Yep, I hear you.
All right, Anthony. If you wanna take him, you can.
Well, Jack, we saw you up front late, with just 2 laps to go here at Daytona. You saw that move, you tried to make, with 2 to go, going into turn 3. Guide us through your thought process on how you think that move was going to work.
Yeah, I was just doing whatever I could to try and stay up front, put myself in position to win it, but I felt like I was up front all day. I was fast with the Toyotas, working with them throughout the entire race, so I think overall it's props to them. We were all racing each other really well. But
Yeah.
it just came down to the last lap where I made a poor move and Carter made a right call by putting me and Kimmy down 3 spots because we kind of made some, mainly on my part, because I had the advantage on being on the outside, but we'll learn from it.
All right. Unfortunate stuff, but you don't lose too much. You still walk away with a 4th place finish here.
Yeah.
You still, that leaves you, I believe, 4th in the standings, heading into a skill track for Darlington. How do you feel about going into that?
So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to arrive at Darlington, but if I were to be there, I'd be pretty comfortable as it's my first time coming back to SOU full time, so I feel like I could really have a good run there.
All right. Well, thank you for this interview, Jack.
Yep, thank you.
I think that's gonna. All right, see if we can get Beast. Not sure if he's gonna come up. I think we'll just get Beast or Napa. He said, I don't think it's there. If those 2 are not there, we'll just call it. But we'll give them some time. But I mean, what a race it was! That was amazing from lap 1 to 120. A lot of the very good race, incredible, lots of speed that those guys were able to hit. I think. Oh, we got Napa. Napa, do you read us?
What's up? That's good.
I mean, you were. I don't think I can't really recall when you were in the lead that race, but I think the end of the race definitely showed you up there, and you definitely switched the gears at the end of that race. You definitely tried to go for it. Just run us through those last maybe 15, maybe 10 laps on what you were trying to do.
I was honestly trying to just push Prime and Beast because they're the only manufacturers that aren't Toyotas. So I was just trying to work with the non-Toyotas and hopefully work up to the front with people in the back. But it was kind of scary. I led a few laps. The was like 4 to go. And then got moved up, and then Deuce came down on me, caused the crash for no reason. Fucking idiot. But yeah, I wish I could have got a top 5.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely a bad ending, or not as much of a good ending as you'd hope for. But what does Darlington look like next week? I know we go to Darlington. Do you think that will be a good place for you?
Bro, I'm just gonna sauce at Darlington. Trust.
In a sauce. All right. Well, wishing the best of luck. You're gonna get our last interview. That's gonna be Beast. Beast, you got us.
Yeah, I got y'all.
All right, Afton, you take over for that one.
Well, we saw you had an absolute roller coaster of a race. Damage early, but that was due to a lag spike. Got a penalty where you had to sit in pit road, but then immediately a caution saved. Then I saw you had more lag issues, and you managed to squeak out a 2nd place finish after everything that happened. How does it feel?
I don't know, man. Heartbreaking. You know, I've tried to win at Daytona for so long, and just coming up 1 spot short again is kind of heartbreaking. But, you know, next weekend, next race, hometown track for me. Put up a good show there. Try and see if I can come out with the victory there next week, because I know that track and I love it.
Is Beast heartbreaking, but as heartbreaking as you can have a runner-up finish at Daytona.
All right, well,
It is.
wishing the best of luck for Beast next week. That is going to conclude the Daytona 300 for Season 5, Race 1. Thank you for tuning in with us today. It was a long race. But ended up with our winner being Ford, and was definitely a good race from lap 1 through 120. Tune in next week for Darlington, and then we have our 2-week break after that. So we're definitely looking at some good racing next week, 140 laps.